Please your mic. Who is OPPO F19 Pro? Please mute your mic.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, good morning. Okay, friends, very good morning to all. Okay, we are discussing about the microeconomics. Okay, microeconomics. Okay, in yesterday class, in the part of this microeconomics, okay, we discussed the introduction part. Like, what is economics? What is the scope and nature of the economics? And how it was originated? Okay, all these points we discussed in the yesterday class. Okay, in the continuation, in the part of this microeconomics, okay, in the part of this microeconomics, this economics was defined by different people. Okay, when we are studying about the economics, as I said yesterday, economics is nothing but, okay, economics is nothing but the study of the study of human behavior. Okay, the study of human behavior. The study of economic human behavior. That is how the people are allocating the limited resources to satisfy unlimited needs. Okay, unlimited desires. Okay, this is what the subject matter of economics is going to be deal. Okay, the same statement, the same opinion was given by the different people about the economics. Okay, their opinions became a popularly definitions for the economics. Okay, these are the some important definitions among them. Wealth definition. Okay, wealth definition, welfare definition, scarcity definition, and growth definition.
Sir?
Chappu? Tell me, what do you want?
What is the scarcity, sir?
Just now I am starting the class. That is what I am going to say.
In Telugu, sir.
Korata.
Okay, sir.
Okay, the wealth definition was given by Adam Smith. Okay, Adam Smith. Welfare definition was given by Alfred Marshall. Okay, Alfred Marshall. The scarcity definition was given by Robbins. Okay, Robbins. And growth definition was given by Paul Samuelson. Okay, Paul Samuelson. Okay, wealth definition, welfare definition, scarcity definition, and what is called growth definition. Wealth definition అంటే సంపద నిర్వచనం, వెల్ఫేర్ డెఫినేషన్ శ్రేయస్సు నిర్వచనం, స్కేర్సిటీ డెఫినేషన్ కొరత నిర్వచనం, గ్రోత్ డెఫినేషన్ వృద్ధి నిర్వచనం అనేసి. Okay, these are the popular definitions. So see, already I told you, here definition nothing but to understand, to explain the economics, the different people were given the different opinions. Okay, their opinions to explain the economics became a definitions in their name. That is Adam Smith opinion. According to Adam Smith, economics is nothing but wealth creation. That's why that his definition was called wealth definition. According to Alfred Marshall, economics is nothing but it is going to be deal that how the people welfare, how the achieving the people welfare. Okay, that is called welfare definition. And according to Robbins, when there is a unlimited desires with limited resources, these limited resources, how they are going to be allocating to achieve the unlimited desires based on the priority is called economics. Okay, that's why since it was discussed about the scarcity, that is limited resources, it became a limited, that is scarcity definition. And with these limited resources, how the economy is going to be expanding, how the economy is going to be improving, going to be explaining the economics according to this Paul Samuelson. That's why it is called growth definition. Okay, like the different people were given the different opinions to explain the economics, to understand the economics. Okay, like the popular definition is like wealth definition. Okay, wealth definition is one of the most important definition. See, this wealth definition was given by Adam Smith. Adam Smith belongs to Britain, England. Okay, he was called father of economics, we know. Adam Smith was called father of economics. Why he was called father of economics? Actually, the economics was not a separate discipline originally. Okay, the economics was the part of the political science. Before 1776, economics was completely, it was part of the economics, part of the political science. But in 1776, when Adam Smith wrote this important book called An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation, popularly known as Wealth of Nations. Okay, Wealth of Nations. It was called popularly known as Wealth of Nations. Okay, the full title of this book was An Enquiry into the Nature and Causes of Wealth of Nation. Adam Smith was written this book in 1776. When he was written this book in 1776, he argued that it is not part of the political science. Adam Smith argued that economics is a separate identity. Adam Smith argued that there is separate characters for economics when compared with the political science. Because of these characters, okay, because of these features, because of these characters, because of these features, economics is not at all part of the political science. His argument was agreed by many people. So then onwards, this became a separate subject. So economics was separated from the political science in 1776 because of Adam Smith. Okay, this subject was born because of the Adam Smith. That's why this person, that is Adam Smith, was considered as a father of economics. Okay, so here, according to this Adam Smith, economics is nothing but science of wealth. According to Adam Smith, economics is nothing but how the country creating the wealth. The subject matter of economics is going to be deal that how the country is going to create the asset. How the country is going to create the wealth. Wealth అంటే సంపద. దేశాలు ఎలా సంపదను సృష్టిస్తాయో చెప్పే సబ్జెక్ట్ ఎకనామిక్స్ అనేసి పేర్కొంటాడు. Okay, how the countries are creating the wealth is going to be the subject matter of economics according to Adam Smith. Okay, that is what economics is going to deal according to this wealth definition. So, according to this definition, earning wealth gives utility for both people and rulers. Okay, earning the money, creating the wealth. Okay, earning the wealth give the satisfaction. It may be for both people and ruler also. Maybe king also, administrators also, and ruled people, that is people also. For both people, earning the money. Even today, almost many of we thinking that if we earn more money, it will be more satisfaction. Like that we are thinking. Okay, the same concept was developed by Adam Smith in 1776 itself. So earning the wealth gives the utility for both people and rulers. The main objective of the political economy of every country is to create the wealth. According to Adam Smith, every country objective is to create the wealth, to create asset, to create the income, to increase the income. That is the one of the most important objective of political economy of every country. Okay, since in all the aspects he is talking about wealth, he is talking about wealth creation. So he is talking about how the countries are creating the wealth. Okay, since every aspect is considered as a wealth, his opinion, his statement related to wealth, that's why his definition is also called wealth definition. So that's why here, according to Adam Smith, what is economics? Economics is nothing but in economics we are going to deal that how the countries are going to create the wealth. That is the main subject matter of the economics according to Adam Smith. Okay, that's why it was called wealth definition. So in this wealth definition, okay, so this wealth definition, mainly the first priority. Okay, so the first priority, according to this definition, first priority was given to wealth. Wealth was given the first priority. The second priority was given people. Okay, people. First priority was wealth, second priority for people. Okay, economics is nothing but creating wealth. Creating wealth for the people. Okay, so that is the subject matter of the wealth definition. But when we come to the welfare definition, this is slightly different. So in this welfare definition, okay, use it 214, then remove చేస్తా చెప్తున్నా నేను. Okay, in welfare definition, the first priority was given for the people, whereas second priority was given for the wealth. But in the wealth definition, first priority was given wealth and second priority was given for the people. But in the welfare definition, it is slightly different. Wealth is important for the people. If there is no people, wealth is not required. Okay, wealth is for people. Okay, wealth is for people. So here, in this statement, we can say that people were given the first priority, whereas the wealth was given the second priority. Okay, this welfare definition was given by Alfred Marshall in 1890 in his book called Principles of Economics. Okay, this is the book was written by Alfred Marshall. Okay, his book was The Principles of Economics. So in this particular book, he was explaining the welfare definition. Okay, according to this Alfred Marshall, he also belongs to Britain. This Alfred Marshall and Adam Smith both are belongs to Britain only. Okay, according to this definition, he means Alfred Marshall. According to that person, the political economy or economics is the study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. Okay, every country, every political economy, the objective of that study is the mankind in the ordinary business of life. It examines, okay, it examines that part of the individual and social action which is most closely connected with the attainment and with the use of the material requisites of the well-being. Okay, so here everything is created for the well-being of the people, for the welfare of the people, for the better life of the people, to increase the standard living of the people. So that's why, since everything is for the betterment life of the people, so that's why he was considered as a welfare. This concept was considered as a welfare. So that's why this definition was called welfare definition. So according to this one, so according to the Alfred Marshall economics, so economics is going to study of wealth one side, wealth is one side, and on the other and more important side is part of the study of man. Okay, one side we are talking about the wealth, and another side we are talking about the man, that is the people. That is more important side part of the study of man. So that's why, yeah, the first part is man and the second part was country. The first part was people. Okay, the second part was state. Whereas wealth definition was given, wealth was given the first priority, whereas the people were given the second priority. But according to this definition, people were given the first priority, the country was given the second priority. Wealth. In both definition, common point is how the countries are creating the wealth. But in the Alfred Marshall did not given the explanation that so he told that how the countries are creating wealth, but he did not explain that why they are creating the kind of wealth. Adam Smith was developed only that how the countries are creating the wealth, but not developed that why they are creating wealth. But whereas Alfred Marshall told that, so here he told that so two type of the aspect was he was developed that so one is one side he was developed that the countries are creating wealth. One part. And the second part, he was told that the countries are creating wealth for the well-being of the people, for the betterment life of the people only. So, Kavati, that's why here the wealth is there for only well-being of the people. So that's why we can say that people were given the first priority and wealth was given the second priority. Okay, so that is now for not a country we can say wealth. So wealth was given the second priority. So he told that wealth is not an end. Wealth is not a final. Wealth is only for the welfare of the people. That's all. Wealth is sarvasvamu kaadu. సంపదే సర్వస్వము కాదు. సంపద అనేది కేవలం ప్రజల సంక్షేమము కోసము మాత్రమే. ఓకే, వెల్త్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎ ఎండ్. వెల్త్ ఈజ్ నాట్ everything. Wealth is there for only welfare of the people. So that is what he told. So he told that wealth is not an end in itself, but it is only a mean to an end. And end is being the promotion of the human welfare. So please remember, wealth is not a final, but wealth is a final for the welfare of the people. If the people want more welfare, the more income is required. Here we can say that. In Telugu, we can say one proverb like that. డబ్బులు ఉంటే హ్యాపీగా ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ డబ్బులు ఉన్నంత మాత్రాన్ని హ్యాపీగా ఉండలేము. ఓకే, we can say that if there is a money with us, we can live happily. But the money may not make always for the happy. See, some people have some crores of money, but that people are having all type of diseases. He has some crores of money, but he is having all type of diseases. Let's say example. Can we say that money is welfare to that person? He is there, money is there with him, but he is having all type of diseases. So his health is not good. All type of the organs was failure. Let's say example. Then money is not a thing. So that's why.
Yes, sir.
At the same time, if we want to be happy, the money is required, no doubt at all. But money may not make happy. Okay, money makes happy for the people, but the money is not a final thing to make happy. So always. That is what we are going to be saying. So that's why he told that wealth is not an end in itself, but it is only a mean to an end, and the end is being the promotion of the human welfare. So end always the promotion of the human welfare. ప్రజలు సంక్షేమంగా ఉండడమే ఫైనల్. అది డబ్బుతో ఉంటాడా లేకపోతే డబ్బు లేకపోయినా కూడా కొంతమంది హ్యాపీగా ఉండొచ్చు. Some of the people may live happily without money also. Some of the people may not live happily with money, even though he have money. So that's why money is not an end. Human welfare is an end. The promoting human welfare is an end. So that is going to be discussing in economics. So wealth is a secondary, but man and activity are the main objective of the study of economics. That is what I told you. Wealth is a secondary. Man is a primary. Man means people. So that is what it is. So people given the first priority, wealth given for the second priority in this definition. Okay, welfare definition was focused on many things. Okay, in this particular definition, in this welfare definition, this definition was given priority for the many things like economics is a study of man, not a wealth. You know that? Economics is going to be deal that to the man, not a wealth. Wealth is there for the people only. That's why the study of the man is more important. If we have desires, then only resources are required. If you don't have any desire, the resources are not required. Resource is required to satisfy the human desires. Resource nothing but wealth here. Desires nothing but people here. As long as people are there, desires will be there. Okay, to satisfy that desires only resources are required. If the people are not there, no desires. If there is no desires, no resources are required. So that's why the economics is going to study the man, not of the wealth. First point. And the second point is economics is concerned with man's life in the ordinary business life. Okay, man life with ordinary business life. That is welfare. People will try to consume the resources for their welfare only. That is what we are going to be seeing here. And the basic objective of economics is the promotion of the material welfare. Okay, the main objective of the economics is to promote the welfare, that's all. Satisfaction, that's all. Happiness, that's all. Okay, to promote that satisfaction, to promote that what is called welfare. So the idea of the economics, man was rejected and gave more importance for the welfare than the wealth. So in this definition, we can say that man was given more priority for the welfare, not for the wealth. So that is finally what we are going to be saying in that definition. And the next definition was given by the scarcity definition. This scarcity definition was given by Lionel Robbins. Okay, Lionel Robbins was given this definition. So in 1932, he was given this definition. He was also wrote one book in 1932 called An Essay on the Nature and Significance of the Economic Science. Adam Smith's book was Wealth of Nation. Here his book was Significance of Economic Science. Importance of Economic Science. An essay on nature and significance of economic science. This book was written by Lionel Robbins in 1932. So in 1932, so he was written this book. And economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends. End nothing but desires. End nothing but want. End nothing but necessary. End nothing but requirement. End nothing but desires. Okay, so according to this theory, economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between end and resources. End means desires. And means resources. Okay, yeah, between ends and means nothing but resources. You have desire. To satisfy the desires, resources are required. So this economics is going to be deep that how these resources, we have limited resources with everyone. Okay, this scarce of means, scarce, limited, means nothing but resources. Okay, this limited resources, how we are please mute yourself. I told you many times, but again you are unmuting. Why? I don't know. It will be created the disturbances to all people, you know. Okay. So the means and ends. Ends are desires, means are resources. So this economics is going to be discussed that how these limited resources are going to be allocating to satisfy these unlimited desires. So that is the relationship between ends and means which have alternative uses. First of all, the resources are very, very limited in the country. But that limited resources have the many alternative uses also. That resources has to use for many things. So when these limited resources are having the alternative resources, alternative uses, so then how this alternative for alternative uses, these limited resources are allocating to satisfy our ends, our desires. So that's going to be discussed in the economics. Okay, economics studies the problem of scarcity of the resources. Okay, we have limited resources. So about the problems of the limited resources, we are going to be discussing in economics. Okay, the nature not providing sufficient resources to fulfill the ends. Generally, all the resources will come through nature only. Please remember, whatever the resources we are getting, that resources are coming from the nature only, from the land only. But the nature is not giving complete resources to fulfill our ends. Our ends are more, resources are very, very limited. That is what I am saying here. Okay, so when the nature not providing sufficient resources to fulfill the ends, then automatically economics is the science of the scarcity. So that means the scarcity will be started. Okay, about that scarcity, we are going to be discussing in economics. Economics is the science of scarcity. Why it is a science of scarcity? Because in economics, we are going to discuss that when the nature is not giving the sufficient resources to fulfill the ends, how we are allocating these limited resources to satisfy our unlimited ends. Going to be discussed in economics. That's why. So this concept, this economics was considered as the science of the scarcity. Science of the scarcity. And this definition developed based on the 4 aspects. Again, this scarcity definition, it was developed based on the 4 aspects. Like so, according to this definition, we discussed already. We have unlimited wants. That is unlimited desires, or unlimited necessaries or requirement. We know. And another side, there will be limited resources to satisfy these desires. To satisfy the desires, definitely resources are required. Okay, that resources are very, very limited. So these limited resources, that is means, okay, end are unlimited, means that is resources are very, very limited. That's why whatever this means we have very limited, these are having the alternate uses. For example, money is one of the resources. To satisfy our desires, money is required. Money is a resource. Okay, the money is there very limited with people. Money resources are available very limited with people. That limited money is having many uses. ప్రజలకు అనేక కోరికలు ఉన్నాయి. ఆ కోరికలన్నీ తీర్చుకోవాలంటే డబ్బులు కావాలి. డబ్బులు అనేది ఇక్కడ రిసోర్స్. మనీ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ రిసోర్స్. ఆ డబ్బులు మన దగ్గర ఎలా ఉన్నాయి? తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి, ఎక్కువ ఉన్నాయా? తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ లిమిటెడ్. మన దగ్గర డబ్బులు తక్కువ ఉన్నాయి. తక్కువ ఉండడమే కాకుండా డబ్బుతో అనేక పనులు ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, మనీ ఈజ్ వెరీ లిమిటెడ్ విత్ us, but this money is having many works. Money is used for many aspects. So that's why it is called alternative uses of the means. So that's why we are going to choose some important thing, that is called choice. Choice. Yesterday I given the example. You have 100 rupees with you today. Okay, resource. Resource is only 100 rupees. But ends, desires are many. Like you want book, you want pen, you want lunch, you want breakfast, you want dinner, you want transport. Okay, to go from your home to your office, something like that. Okay, like you want to watch one movie or you want to purchase something in the office from the shop. Like that, many works are there with you. But to purchase all this one, how much money is there with you? Only 100 rupees with you. Can you spend this 100 rupees? Can you purchase all these requirements with this 100 rupees? Can you? No, you cannot. Okay, since you cannot purchase all this with this 100 rupees, what you will do? You will try to purchase more important aspect among them. More important aspect among them. That is called choice. Okay, so that is called priority. Choice. Otherwise, we can say that priority. So why the concept of the choice or priority came? Because of two things. One is desires are unlimited, resources are limited. Okay, in this subject, we are going to discuss that how these limited resources are going to be allocated to satisfy these unlimited desires. Okay, the entire economic problem will be focused on the unlimited wants with limited desires, with limited resources. Okay, with limited resources. So the entire economic problem is focused on this point only. So in total economics, we are going to discuss on this particular aspect only. Okay, that is scarcity definition according to Robbins. Okay, according to Robbins, that was called scarcity definition. The next definition was growth definition. This growth definition was also known as the modern definition, the latest definition. Okay, recent definition. This growth definition was given by Paul Samuelson. Okay, Paul Samuelson, one of the Nobel laureate. Hey, Ramesh Avaru. Okay, one of the Nobel laureate called Paul Samuelson. Okay, this Paul Samuelson was given this definition called growth definition. So since it is the latest definition or modern definition, so it was called modern definition, latest definition. And according to this definition, according to Paul Samuelson, economics as related to economic growth and development. Economic growth and development. So according to this definition, economic activities are expanding. According to this definition, there is an improvement in the economic system. According to this definition, resources are improving, resources are increasing. Okay, we are trying to increase the resources to satisfy our desires. Okay, according to Paul Samuelson, because this definition was given by Paul Samuelson, okay, according to Paul Samuelson, economics is a study of how men and society end up choosing with or without the use of money to employ scarce productive resources which could have alternate uses to produce the various commodities over time and distribute them for the consumption now or in the future among the various people and groups of the society. It analyzes the benefits of improving the pattern of the resources allocation. The meaning of this one, okay, the meaning of this statement is as a scarcity definition. Okay, it is look like a scarcity definition only. As a scarcity definition, we have unlimited ends, no doubt at all, with limited resources. Okay, with limited resources. Because of this limited resources, we are going for the priority, no doubt at all. We are going for the choice, that's all. Okay, the priority based desires are going to be satisfied now. Remaining, we are temporarily postponing. Temporarily, we are postponing. After postponing temporarily, why we are postponing temporarily? Because of limited resources. To satisfy all the desires, money is not there with you. That's why some important desires you are satisfying now, and the remaining desires you are not, you are going to be postponed temporarily. So meanwhile, you are trying to earn the resources. You are earning the resources. After earning the resources in the future, whatever the ends, whatever the desires you postponed temporarily, that are going to be satisfying. Like that, your economic aspect, your resources are improving, and your desires are going to be satisfying either present or future, now or in the future. So that is called the growth definition. So like according to Paul Samuelson, the following aspects can be identified based on this growth definition. That he also identified that resources are very scarce. Like a scarcity definition, in this definition also we can say that there are limited resources, no doubt at all. Resources are scarce. And these resources are having alternative uses. Okay, this whatever we have the limited resources, they are having alternative uses. That is many uses we have, no doubt at all. And this definition included time element, now or future. That point we focus no. So this definition included time element. So this definition became more dynamic. Time element, now, future, present and future. Means we can change the system. That is called dynamic condition. Dynamic nothing but changes. Dynamic nothing but improvement. Dynamic nothing but increase. Okay, resources can be increased and we can satisfy future. So now or future. So that is called time element we can see. And this definition focuses on the contemporary issues and also focuses on the future issues. According to the scarcity definition, that definition was focused only on the contemporary issues. That's why that definition may be called static definition. There will not be any improvement according to the definition. If you have limited resources, we have unlimited desires. So how many resources you have, that desire, that much desires you are going to be satisfied. Remaining you are permanently postponing according to the scarcity definition. But here what we are saying, yes, we have limited resources, unlimited desires. Okay, these limited resources are allocating present to satisfy some important desires, and remaining desires you are postponing. In the future, you are trying to earn the resources and going to satisfy in the future. Like the present and future, the both was focused. So that's why here the present and future nothing but there is a improvement, there is a change. Change in economics is called dynamic. That's why growth definition is called a dynamic definition, whereas the static definition was called scarcity definition was called static definition, we can say. Okay, like that. So these definitions we can see here. Different type of the definitions we can see. Wealth definition, scarcity definition, welfare definition, and growth definition. These are the four important definitions in any country. So in any economy, we can see these three types of the economic systems. Socialistic economic system, capitalistic economic system, and the mixed economic system. Socialistic economic system, nothing but all type of the economic activity, all type of factors of production, economic activity, economic system, everything will be under the control of the government. If the government is managed everything, if the government is controlling everything, that is called socialist system. If all the economic activities are under the control of the private sector, is known as the capitalistic economy. If all the economic activities are in both under control of the government and private, public and private is known as the mixed economy. If you take example, Russia is an example for the socialistic economy. Because in the Russia, everything is under control of the government. America is one of the best example for the capitalistic economy. All the economic activities are under control of the private sector only. But India is one of the most example for the mixed economic system. Because in our country, take example anything. Some of the things are there in the government control and some of the things are there in the private control. Both public and private both are controlling the economic system. All the economic activities, all the factors of production, everything will be under control of the both public and private sector. So if all the economic activities are in both public and private sector, that economy is called a mixed economy. So India is one of the best example for the mixed economic system, we can say. Okay, these are the some important aspects what we are going to be discussing today. Okay, in this today class, okay, if you have any doubt, please ask me.
Sir, capitalist example mallok sir cheppara.
Capitalist economy, nothing but all type of the economic activities will be under the control of the private sector. Private is going to be managing everything. It may be schools, it may be hospitals, it may be transport, it may be industries. So everything will be managed by the private sector only. That is capitalist only. That is industrialist only. That is individuals only. Government control is very limited. Everything will be under control of the private sector. If that is the thing, that is called capitalistic economy.
Mixed, sir.
Mixed means both the government and the private sector. But take example in our country, the schools are there in both private sector and government sector. Transport is there in both private sector and government sector. Hospitals are there in both government sector and private sector.
Yes, yes.
Like that, all are in both sector, government and private. If that is the thing, it is called mixed economy. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Then,
Sir, ఇప్పుడు అమెరికాలో కూడా గవర్నమెంట్ ఉంది కదా సార్.
అది
అమెరికాలో కూడా గవర్నమెంట్ ఉంది కదా సార్.
Government will be there but not managing the economic activity. It is only regulating the economic activity. All industries are under control of the private sector only. Okay, no government industries in America. All schools are there in the private sector. No government schools in America. There may be one or two, that is different, but majority of the things will be there in the private sector. That
okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, then anything?
Sir, China comes under which system, sir?
China, actually, it is a almost socialistic system, we can say. Because in the communism, nothing but there also the government will be existed. Government is the most important thing. But here, actually, the practically we are saying that Russia is example for the socialistic or America is example for capitalistic. So something like that. But here the point is almost all the countries, there is a government system also there in all the, even though it is a private economy, even though it is a capitalist economy, government control is there little bit. But mainly the private sector is focusing. In China, Russia, the private sector is there, but the government is focusing main. But in our country, almost both are running parallelly. In our country, in India, the both are almost both are going parallelly. But nowadays, India is also becoming a capitalist country because the most of the government organizations are going for the privatization. Okay, today, almost to maximum, nowadays the central government is selling all the public properties, going for the privatization. So that's why slowly India also becoming a capitalist country, at present it is not a capitalist country, but in the future, so it is going for the capitalistic country.
Sir,
Ah.
what is the disadvantages of capitalist economics, sir?
In each and every economy, there is advantage, there is a disadvantage. For example, if you take capitalist country means everything is under control of the private sector. So what is the disadvantage? When the private sector is there, the private people will not look after the poor people. Always the private sector will think property or profit orientation only. That's why the poor people may not be developed in the capitalist country if there are poor people. Okay, like that there is some disadvantages and advantages in each and every
Yes,
system.
sir.
There are advantages are there are some disadvantages are there.
Yes, sir. That's the reason why our government used to own the power and the railways and all those things, the basic needs of every citizen. So I think that's the reason they own those systems, sir, like railways and electric, all those things. So in America, the basic needs are also owned by the government, right? So how can they called as a complete capitalistic system?
No, ESC, complete capitalist system, nothing but all the factors of production will be managed by the private sector only, no doubt at all. But here the government is looking after the welfare of the poor people. What is the poverty ratio in America? Very, very negligible. Very, very limited. Very, very limited. So that's why the government is there only for the regulation, but not managing the economic system. That is what I am saying. And already I told you that even though it is a capitalist country, there are something is there under the government, but majority things are in the private sector. Please remember, always, even Russia, we are saying that Russia is a socialist country, but in the Russia also there is a private sector. But the private sector role is limited, whereas the government sector role is very more. But in America, private sector role is more, government sector is very limited. But as in our country, the both are going parallel. Both are important, private and public sector. That is.